From the PEP Radio Newsroom, this is the hourly news blast. LGBTQ Nation is reporting North Carolina Democrats who've crossed the aisle to vote with Republicans since Donald Trump returned to office were handed resounding defeats last night in the state's early benchmark primary, the Charlotte Observer reports. At least 4 Democrats who supported measures to ban trans student athletes from play, support ICE, and declare a gender binary in line with the president's demonization of the LGBTQ community went down to defeat, some by extraordinary margins for incumbent lawmakers. Those margins and a big turnout were leading indicators of Democrats' enthusiasm this election cycle, the first chance outside of special and off-year elections that voters will have to register a vote on Republicans and Donald Trump's return to office. In North Carolina, it doesn't look good for the GOP and their supporters, as well as the losing Democrats. The biggest defeat was for State Representative Carla Cunningham, a Democrat and 7-term incumbent, whose support cratered after a vote and speech she gave in support of ICE, which she later apologized for. She subsequently earned 2 challengers and never recovered in the polls. Cunningham enthusiastically supported her Republican colleague's xenophobia last summer, agreeing that North Carolinians have been exploited and abused by the different tactics to gain citizenship in America by immigrants. A pro-LGBTQ candidate, the Reverend Rodney Sadler, also a Democrat, flattened Cunningham, winning almost 70% of the vote versus Cunningham's 22% in the safe blue district. Tonight, North Carolina said enough is enough, Sadler wrote on X. Representative Nassif Majid, a Democrat, suffered a similar landslide loss after joining Republicans in support of a bill packed with anti-LGBTQ legislation. The collection of measures declared a biological sex binary in line with Trump's gender ideology executive order, banned gender-affirming care for trans prisoners, and advanced censorship of LGBTQ identity in school libraries, among other provisions. Majid, first elected in 2018, picked up 27% of the vote to HIV advocate Valeria Levy's 69%. Votes in 2023 for a ban on trans college student athletes proved fatal to 2 Democratic lawmakers who joined Republicans in voting for the measure. House Bill 574 barred the trans women from joining college-level academic sports leagues. Representative Michael Ray was the only Democrat to cast a vote overriding then Governor Roy Cooper's veto of the measure. He was defeated first in 2024 by Rodney D. Pierce and again by Pierce yesterday. The same vote was an issue for Representative Shelley Willingham, Democrat, a 6-term incumbent who lost his race to Patricia Smith by a projected 12-point margin, 56-44, in Tiny House District 23. Smith thanked her supporters in a phone call with the Rocky Mountain Telegram after the vote. "I'm just so grateful right now for the public and all that they have done to support me, to push me along, to believe in me," Smith said. Along with beating her Republican opponent, Brent Robertson, in the November election, Smith will have to get to work uniting fellow rural Democrats around her candidacy. Asked if he'll endorse Smith in her general election race, Willingham replied, "No, I won't." That's a news blast for this hour. Folks, now is the time to unite on behalf of the LGBTQ community across the United States. Willingham sounds more like a sore loser. Let him go. PEP Radio is available on the Live 365 app, the PEP Radio page at paequality.com, Roku, Apple TV, and Alexa. Up next, we have the Meadville area weather forecast here on PEP Radio.